green, which means go.
No, red's go, right? Yeah,
Red means
green's
go.
not go.
You're being recorded now.
Right. Okay. Be it December 6th, 2017, be it 4:35. This is a meeting of the Southampton Capital Committee. All board members are present. Do we have any minutes for last meeting?
Table that because I
Table the
wrote the
minutes?
wrong.
All right, no problem. So we have basically here one application for funding. That application is from the school department, and it pertains to the repair, not the replacement, of a boiler. Would the school department like to come up to the table and give us some insight as to where we're at with this? Well,
I thought
you know.
Lisa was gonna come too, but that's all right. So we have the quote from Jamrock, and we had gotten the waiver, the temporary waiver from the state, saying that we could go forward with doing this and not doing the bidding, so that was
Good.
good. So we have that in our, yeah, we have that, the emergency waiver. So we have the quote from Jamrock on, replacing the 12 additional sections, that they found when they opened it up were bad. We did, at our previous, school committee meeting, we talked about the green community designation and what it would cost, and it was upwards of $200,000 to redo the whole heating system for us to actually be, for that to be efficient. We are only gonna, we can't save what we need to save in order to fill that without doing an entire revamp of the entire system. So that's not something we could wait to do and try to get some sort of grants for it later.
So
At this time,
to replace the bulbs, to replace everything, it's 260 or 200,000?
over 200,000 to do the whole system, I think,
Yeah.
because in order to make it energy efficient, there's a lot more pieces than just a
Right,
boiler
right,
that would
that-
have to be done,
yeah.
yeah. And we have just piecemealed so much, I think, in the past, it's just had to keep it going.
There's two boilers in that building.
Right.
One is failed
We
prior,
don't know about the other.
and well, this is the other.
This is the other.
Oh, okay, I thought
So-
that was the one that was,
My understanding is we have one boiler that's working that's having problems, and we have another boiler that's failed.
I can't speak 100% to that. I think you're correct, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I know the custodians brought me in to see the one that's
Not
water
working.
jacket is gone.
Yeah.
It's literally gone.
Yeah.
Bottom line comes down to the school board needs how much money?
So the quote is 49,784. I think that I saw that you guys have about 45 left. We'll have to pay the difference from a line item, or from the boiler replacement or boiler repair line item for the difference.
I thought we didn't have that. I thought we were putting money aside for the carpeting in the library.
well, so.
Right.
We haven't done anything with that carpeting,
Right.
but I don't want to, my mind is that the boiler takes precedent over the carpeting. And what I'd like to do is discuss that and make a decision on that, and then we'll discuss the carpeting. Because when we left here, Roger, we had 45,000 that was gonna just sit there for now
Right.
in case the need came up.
Yep.
I didn't expect to see 2 weeks later this need just fly up in front of us.
So if they come back in a week, it'll be okay.
Hope they come back in 2 weeks, because the last time was before Thanksgiving, this one will be before Christmas.
Yeah.
So, I don't believe we need to actually go through any scoring or anything, it's very obvious.
Not
This is
yet, I don't think so
Priority.
either.
Priority.
Yeah, I think
So-
this is,
Do I hear a motion to approve the recommendation for town meeting for 45,000, we'll call it $700?
I make a motion.
I will second that.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, so that passes. So that at least gives the school $2,000 short of what you need, but you should be able to take that out of your,
Yeah, it's 4,000, but yeah, it's 4,000 less, but yeah, we can take that of what we put aside for maintenance. So,
all right,
Yeah.
so that works.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Now,
Yeah, I don't know what happens with the carpet.
well, the question was why 15,000? Is there a cheaper approach to
Well, so, the high school just went through replacing their carpet in the library as well. And what they found is that there's some liability issues with staff members moving heavy equipment.
Yeah.
And also, just in terms of what it would mean to have the library kind of out of service for a longer period of time if staff were the ones that were, or volunteers collecting all the boxes, et cetera, because they run classes in there all day.
Mhm.
You know, Patty Mari is essentially a teacher,
Yeah.
so she teaches in there. And so they were trying to balance that, and they concluded that the savings wasn't worth it. It was going to be like $800 off or something. So it didn't make sense. Is that what you
Yeah.
understand too?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so I'm confused. Originally, when this, the last time we met, the
Yeah.
15,000 was to cover just boxes and under, the extra 5 was to cover carpeting under.
Plus removal.
Plus removal, plus.
of-
Oh, okay.
They were gonna
I
do-
thought
they were
that-
gonna
I
do
thought
everything.
It's everything.
They were gonna do
Okay.
everything, and we said,
Yes,
why
I
can't
thought the
why can't
teachers
they
were
load
gonna do-
boxes and
right.
stuff?
Right.
Yeah,
So
we
it
don't-
was my understanding that the original was that the teachers were gonna move them.
No.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
That was what we were
And that's what
suggesting.
we were, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, and that was a concern.
Volunteers, but it just
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the disruption period. They would be much more efficient
Absolutely.
if they got it done. So we got the answer to that.
Now, in this particular case, the school was cited for a safety hazard for the carpeting being the condition that it was in. Given that, I would suggest a recommendation that the town look at taking the 15,000 out of the stabilization account and just making it good that way. We are putting in, I don't know if I have a picture in front of me, but we are projected to put in there in the operational savings account, 127,000. So if we take 15,000 out of it, we're still putting in 110.
You have it, paper?
I actually have this here. so
Yeah,
it's-
it's a,
So, Roger, this is the email I sent out to everybody that sort of broke everything down. I'm sorry, I didn't get a copy. But if you look at the very top, it's the breakout would be, these numbers are not to the penny by any, there's a few $1,000s one way or the other here.
The 425 is gonna be split up between almost more than all the departments, right?
Yeah,
So this would be a recommendation that goes to the
select
select.
board.
Well, if it's a hazard,
It's a hazard.
It is.
then
Yeah.
it's gotta get done.
Yeah, that was with the inspection. It's pretty clear on.
That's the only violation.
Yeah. Deficiencies were found and need to be corrected, and carpet needs to be repaired. Trip hazard.
So do I hear a motion?
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Done deal. Any other information or stuff that this committee members would like to bring forward?
Aaron, where'd you say the rest of the money for the boiler was gonna come out of?
We'll take it out of the boiler repair line item that we had to repair, some money aside when we need to repair the boiler, so,
And is there enough in there for that?
yes.
Okay.
I think we had
I was just,
6 or 8 or something, so it'll be enough to, it'll give us a time, I mean, it won't make it
Little
0, but it'll be a
Right.
tiny bit in case.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do it, we can take it. Is there anything we have to do, does Norris have to do anything for that 15? Is there anything we need to get to you, or I need to follow up with?
No,
Greg
this
on?
will go to the select board to be
Okay.
an article for town meeting. By the
Okay.
town meeting, you need to be
Yeah,
there to
yeah,
support it.
yeah. Okay, but other than that, there isn't anything we have to provide to you or anything? Okay.
No, nothing
When is the
else.
next select board meeting?
Next Tuesday. Well, there's one tonight, but that's not gonna happen.
Right. Right.
Next
So
Tuesday.
Tuesday the 13th, okay.
12.
12th. Yes, Tuesday, today's not Tuesday. 12th.
I was lost, I was working on my toolbox. Forgot all about it. Then I had to pick Morgan up.
thank you.
Okay, Roger. At least you admit you were lost in your toolbox. Is there any other material this board would like to discuss? Because if not, I'm gonna open it up to the public.
Did you touch base with with Randall about the scheduled payment For the big truck?
We haven't touched that at all. We need to have a joint meeting with the Finance Committee, the Board of Selectmen, and Randall to discuss these large capital needs. Because there isn't that kind of money in the capital budget. And it looks like you're looking at short-term borrowing to do stuff like that. And my hope is in January, when the new town administrator comes on board, then we can start talking about that kind of stuff. We also need to work with
Go ahead.
we need to also start working with all the departments about 5 and 10-year plans on their capital stuff. Because right now, we've been sort of shooting with the hope that we have money. You know, we've been very, very blessed the last couple of years to have money coming out of free cash that we can utilize for stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not the way we should be running this.
No.
And did we hear anything on the fire department's trailer, living quarters?
Other than the fact that that goes to town meeting now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now, we've already voted on that. That's all sitting in front of the select board for town meeting. Town meeting will have their say and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about.
Okay.
I know the fire department was out straight last night. They had 2 rollovers on College Highway around 7 o'clock over by the golf course. Then they had 2 fires. They had a fire they had to respond to out in Montgomery, and then they had a house fire in Gun Road around 7 o'clock this morning. Didn't give me much of an opportunity to talk to the fire chief on much. It's just, you know. Anything else?
Nope.
Open time to the public. Come on, Mike.
Michael Rosenberg, 144 East Street. I had a question in regards to the capital budget. So what is it today? Like how much available funds are there, and how many proposed articles are being put forward at the special town meeting, and what the values of those articles are?
Got your pencil ready? All right. As of right now,
I say that I'm actually just going to type it in.
whatever works. We got that 215 College Highway land purchase, that's $15,000. We have the fire department temporary housing trailer, that's $35,000. We have the highway department large lawnmower equipment, that's $62,500. So as of last week, we had committed $112,500. We now have added to that approximately, I'm going to scribble note this up here.
45,700.
Okay? Which leaves us probably a balance of somewhere around $5,000. We'd have to go with Vicki to do that because
Check with her too.
because what happened was we started numbers based on a projection of free cash, and I put a projection of 425,000,
Yeah.
which is a little bit less than what actually happened. So those numbers I have are not to the penny, and I haven't updated it. So in all, we've probably spent close to 150,000 in capital stabilization money.
And that'll be what goes in front of the special town meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's at 155 is what.
That's what I was, yeah.
Yeah.
So the account is
57.
it essentially at zero today?
Yeah, it's probably around
Based on
5.
free cash?
Probably around 5,000. What's been happening is as free cash rolls over, the town puts 35% of its free cash into the capital stabilization account. And that's when you have all the departments coming forward for their major purchases. The bad part about this is it's all contingent on what free cash is. So you never know. It's like the highway department's looking for a new truck at 250,000.
Right.
There's no way that this would happen.
15,000 for the college highway purchase. What property is that?
That is the piece between the police station and College Highway. In fact, I'm planning on trying to do a perk
Is
test.
that college highway frontage or is it just?
Yeah.
Industrial?
Yeah. I'm setting up to do a perk test out there with the Board of Health in a week or so, just to verify if the soils are suitable for a septic. But the other part of the argument is the land needs to expand the parking area for there and a place to pile the snow, because they keep on knocking down the neighbor's fence when they plow snow down there. So my hope is that it passes a perk test and that allows us to have some use for it for repairing the building, the town building.
One last question. So ranking these, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 major items in front of you, right? So the property purchase, the housing trailer, the lawnmower, and the boiler.
Correct.
So 2 of these you could say are probably sort of non-necessity, being the property purchase or the lawnmower, right? The housing trailer's in need, the boiler's in need. When you rank these, does an emergency or a safety deficiency automatically push one to the top over another, or do you take them in succession that they've come in? For instance, the boiler is, we'll call it 45, right? So you'll provide 45, but the school needs to make up the other 4 because there isn't 4 left. But because of the need of that request, does it ever bump any of the other requests that are, additions versus necessity?
Depending on what the severity of what they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to appreciate when we had our meeting, the previous meeting, there was no emergencies.
Right.
We had put aside basically $50,000, figuring that we didn't expect this to happen. In fact, this happened last year too. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was the cruiser or something.
Yeah, it's the cruiser.
But we have a scoring sheet, which I gotta tell you, we are not happy with. We're gonna try to rework it. Because for some reason, it skews the school department at lower numbers than the departments.
Well, as we did it last year for the computers, the school and the computers had the lowest vote. But we can
Right.
push them.
So there's something about that they need to be weighted.
Does it lean towards public safety or a public safety
It's
request?
just everything is approximately equally weighted, and things that are mandatory.
Short-term becomes a problem.
Yeah.
If it's a
Right.
short-term use item, it gets a lower score.
Right. Which does make sense, but I think that there's ways that we can work with it. So I'm going to look at some other ones from other towns and see how they do it. So.
Barbara, any questions? No. Any thoughts? Okay. Well, hearing none, unless there's something in front of the board, I move that we vote to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We adjourn. Let's go ahead and pass this meeting on record.
Just one we didn't come in the building for.
Let me shut this off before you say something.